Imagine waking up on the 20th of November and finding an extra $82 in your bank account. Not a mistake, not a glitch, but real money that the Australian government is putting directly into the pockets of seniors across the country. If you're on the age pension, disability support pension, or carer payment, this isn't just good news. This is money that could change how you budget for the rest of the year. Before we dive into all the details about who's getting this payment, how much you'll actually receive, and when it hits your account, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications for Centrelink Pension News. We're your go-to source for breaking updates on pension payments, government support, and everything that affects your financial well-being. Don't miss out on critical information that could put more money in your pocket. Subscribe now. So let's get straight into it. Starting November 20th, 2025, the Australian government is rolling out a significant pension increase that affects hundreds of thousands of seniors nationwide. This isn't a one-time bonus. This is a permanent increase to your fortnightly pension payment. We're talking about an extra $82 every 2 weeks, which adds up to over $2,000 a year. That's groceries covered. That's utility bills paid. That's peace of mind knowing you can afford the rising cost of living. Now, why is this happening? The government regularly reviews pension rates through something called indexation. This is a policy designed to make sure pension payments keep up with inflation and the actual cost of living. As we all know, everything has gotten more expensive. Groceries, electricity, gas, rent, medical expenses, everything. The indexation adjustment ensures that seniors don't get left behind as prices climb higher and higher. This $82 increase reflects those rising costs and gives pensioners the financial breathing room they desperately need. Let's break down exactly who benefits from this increase. If you're receiving the age pension as a single person, your current payment is around $990 per fortnight. From November 20th, that jumps to $1,072. That's an $82 boost right there. For couples, each person currently receives $746 per fortnight. After the increase, that becomes $828 each. Again, $82 more for each partner. But it's not just age pension recipients who benefit. If you're on the disability support pension, your payment goes from $950 to $1,032 per fortnight. Carer payment recipients see their fortnightly amount rise from $1,100 to $1,182. Across the board, eligible pensioners are getting this boost, and it applies automatically. You don't need to fill out forms. You don't need to call Centrelink. You don't need to apply. The system handles it for you, and the updated amount will simply appear in your account on or after November 20th. Think about what an extra $82 every fortnight actually means in practical terms. For many seniors, that's a full week's worth of groceries. That's covering the electricity bill without stress. That's being able to buy medication without having to choose between healthcare and food. It's the difference between just scraping by and actually living with dignity. And when you add it all up over the course of a year, we're looking at an extra $2,132. That's not pocket change. That's real financial support that acknowledges the challenges seniors face every single day. Now, let's talk about why this matters even more in 2025. Australia has seen significant cost of living pressures over the past few years. Inflation has pushed up prices on essentials. Energy costs have skyrocketed. Rent increases have been relentless. For people on fixed incomes, especially retirees, these increases can be devastating. You can't just go out and earn more money. You're relying on government support to make ends meet. That's why this pension increase is so crucial. It's not about giving people extra luxury spending money. It's about ensuring that seniors can afford the basics without falling into poverty. The government's commitment to regular indexation shows that they're at least trying to keep pace with economic reality. Every year, pensions are reviewed and adjusted based on inflation data and living cost surveys. This year's $82 increase is the result of that process. It reflects the real economic pressures that Australians are facing, and it provides targeted relief to one of the most vulnerable groups in society. Older Australians have contributed their whole lives through work and taxes. They've built this country, The least the government can do is ensure they can live comfortably in retirement. What's also worth noting is how seamless this process is designed to be. Centrelink has promised that the increase will be applied automatically. There's no administrative burden on pensioners. You won't need to navigate confusing paperwork or spend hours on hold trying to get through to a customer service representative. The system is supposed to just work. Your pension payment will update, and you'll see the new amount reflected in your account. For many seniors who struggle with technology or bureaucracy, this automatic approach is a huge relief. It means less stress and more certainty that you'll get what you're entitled to. But let's be realistic here. While $82 per fortnight is helpful, many seniors will tell you it's barely enough. The cost of living has increased so dramatically that even with this boost, many pensioners are still struggling. Rent alone can eat up the majority of a pension payment. Add in groceries, utilities, medical costs, and there's not much left over. This increase helps, absolutely, but it's not a complete solution to the financial challenges facing older Australians. It's a step in the right direction, but more needs to be done to ensure that retirees can live with genuine financial security and dignity. There's also the question of what happens next. Will there be further increases down the line? Will the indexation process continue to reflect real cost of living pressures? These are questions that every pensioner should be asking. The government has committed to ongoing reviews, which is positive. But pensioners and advocacy groups need to keep the pressure on to ensure that pension rates don't fall behind again. This $82 increase is welcome, but it shouldn't be seen as the finish line. It's part of an ongoing conversation about how we value and support our older citizens. Let me give you some context about how this fits into the broader picture of social support in Australia. The age pension is one of the cornerstones of the Australian social safety net. It's designed to provide a basic standard of living for people who have reached retirement age and meet certain income and asset tests. The pension isn't meant to make you rich, it's meant to ensure you don't fall into poverty. Over the years, the adequacy of the pension has been hotly debated. Is it enough? Does it truly reflect the cost of living? This latest increase suggests the government recognizes that adjustments are necessary, but whether they go far enough is another matter entirely. For seniors watching this, the key takeaway is simple. Mark November 20th on your calendar. Check your bank account on that date, or shortly after, you should see the increased payment automatically deposited. If for some reason you don't see the increase, that's when you should contact Centrelink to follow up. But based on how the system is designed, the vast majority of eligible recipients will receive their increased payment without any issues. It's automatic, it's immediate, and it's yours by right. It's also worth mentioning that this increase doesn't just help individual pensioners, it has a broader economic impact as well. When seniors have more money to spend, they put it back into the economy. They buy from local businesses, they support their communities. They're able to participate more fully in society rather than withdrawing because of financial constraints. So this pension increase isn't just about compassion or fairness, although those are important. It's also about economic stimulus at the grassroots level. Every dollar that goes into a pensioner's account gets spent on goods and services that keep local economies moving. Now, if you're someone who helps care for an elderly parent or relative, this information is crucial for you too. Make sure they know about this increase. Many older Australians don't actively follow government announcements or policy changes. They might not realize they're entitled to more money. So spread the word. Share this video with friends and family who might benefit. Make sure the seniors in your life know that this payment is coming and that it's automatic. Knowledge is power, especially when it comes to navigating government support systems. Another important point to remember is that this increase applies across different types of pensions. Whether you're on the age pension, the disability support pension, or receiving a carer payment, you're covered. The government has made this a comprehensive update rather than targeting just one group. That's significant because it shows a recognition that cost of living pressures affect all vulnerable groups, not just retirees. People with disabilities and their carers face the same rising costs, and they deserve the same level of support and adjustment. As we move forward into the rest of 2025, There will undoubtedly be more announcements and policy changes that affect pensioners. That's why staying informed is absolutely critical. You need to know what you're entitled to, when payments are changing, and how to access the support you deserve. This is exactly why channels like ours exist. We cut through the confusion and give you clear, accurate information that you can actually use. We're not about clickbait or scaremongering. We're about giving you the facts so you can make informed decisions about your finances and your future. So here's what you need to do right now. First, if you haven't already, subscribe to Centrelink Pension News. Hit that bell icon so you never miss an update. Second, mark November 20th, 2025 on your calendar and check your bank account for the increased payment. Third, share this information with anyone you know who might benefit. And fourth, leave a comment below telling us how this increase will help you or your loved ones. We read every comment, and your stories help us understand what matters most to our community. This $82 fortnightly increase is a real win for Australian seniors. It's money that will make a tangible difference in people's lives. It's recognition that the government has a responsibility to support those who built this nation. And it's a reminder that when we stay informed and advocate for our rights, positive change can happen. So stay tuned to this channel for all the latest updates on pensions, benefits, and government support. We're here for you every step of the way, making sure you get what you deserve. Subscribe now, stay informed, and together we'll make sure no senior gets left behind.